Hey there, today we're going to take a look at the Casio Rangeman. We're going to take it outdoors and see what it can do. So let's go take a look. This is the GPR-B1000-1. There's also another variant in a tan colour, which is GPR-B1000-1B. These retail for $799 on our website and are available in the black model only. It's a great outdoors watch that's built for people who want to explore the world and want a watch that can keep up with them on their adventures. This watch has key GPS navigation functions such as navigate and log, backtrack and point memory, but we'll look at those later. The features of this watch are the solar and wireless charging. It's got a case width of 60.3mm and a thickness of 20.2. The water resistance of the watch is 200 meters. There's a phone finder feature, a timer feature, a stopwatch, a sunrise and sunset display, 4 daily alarms, a battery level indicator. You can get the world time in up to 39 cities, and it weighs approximately 142 grams. This watch is perfect for anyone that strives to be outdoors and loves adventure. Let's go back to the studio and take a look at the features of the watch, how to change the settings on the watch, and how to connect it to your smartphone. So if you push the middle button in, select navigation by pushing the middle button in again. The first section that comes up would be your outward route. Now this will list all of your outward route. If you set this up with the app, it will list a whole route, whereas if you haven't, it will just display this point here. If you then press the middle button in, 2 arrows will appear. You can then scroll up to view your backtrack. This will allow you to track back on your route and follow it back to your start point. You can also view the log by pushing the middle button in, scrolling down to recall, putting the middle button in again, and then you can view your points or your activity. If you scroll down to activity and push the middle button in, it will display all your recall activity that you've recently done. So there's some for me here, there's some for the other logs that have been processed on this watch too. Okay, pushing the bottom left button to go back each time. So if I go to point memory, press the middle button in, it will load up the point memory for me. This will then log a point and ask me if I'd like to set an icon. I can choose yes or no by scrolling the wheel. If I choose yes, push the middle button in, it will give me a list of different types of icons that I'd like to use. I can scroll through them and set them, so if there's a food place, a train station, a bus station, all sorts of different reasons. There's fishing, flowers there, toilets, a building. There's a whole host of functions. I think there's a parking, there's a parking one there. There's a cafe, a plug socket. And you can select whichever icon you want by just pushing the middle button in again. It will then set that icon to the point you've just created. You can also recall this back in your point memory. So if I click here, then through to point memory, it lists that point there for me. I can then select that point, and there it is. I'm going to have to go to bottom left to go back, bottom left again, and we're back on the main screen. So if I just want to go back to the watch, there you go. So this watch does also have a compass. I can get there by pushing the bottom left button in, scrolling down to compass, pushing the middle button in again, and it'll provide me with a compass. I can then turn this, and it'll adjust. To get back to the main screen, simply press the bottom left and press it again, and we're back on the main screen. The watch also has an altimeter. You can get there by pushing the bottom left button, scrolling down on the right wheel to altimeter, pushing the middle button in, and it'll display our altimeter. To go back, simply press the bottom left again, and you're back on the main screen. The watch also has a barometer function. To get there, simply press the bottom left, scroll the middle mouse wheel down to barometer, press it in, and it will display the temperature. To go back, simply press the bottom left again, and you'll be back on the main menu. You can also see what time sunrise and sunset is. To get there, simply press the bottom left, scroll down the first list of icons until you get to page 2, so you're down to the bottom here, and again, and it'll come up with page 2. There's sunrise and sunset. Push the middle button in, and it will list to me the sunrise and sunset times for today. You can also scroll to the next day and have a look at the times for that as well. To go back, simply press the bottom left, and press the bottom left again, and you're back on the home screen. The watch also has a stopwatch functionality. To get there, simply press the bottom left, scroll down to the second menu. You'll see stopwatch there. Push the middle button in. The bottom right will start your stopwatch. To stop it, simply press the bottom right again, and then press the top left to reset your stopwatch. To go back, simply press the bottom left and the bottom left again. You're back on the home screen. The watch also has a timer functionality. To get there, simply press the bottom left, scroll down to the second menu again, keep scrolling down, push the middle button to select this option, and you can see the timer. There's a timer set up for 10 minutes. The bottom right will start the timer. The bottom right again will stop the timer or pause the timer. And the top left will reset the timer. You can also press the bottom left when it is not timing to bring up the timer settings. Here you can set the time by pushing the middle button and scrolling the wheel. You can then shift over to the minutes, adjust that one as well. You can either push the middle button or the left button to go back to the time screen. Simply press the bottom left and it's all set up and ready to start ticking. Just simply press the bottom right and the timer will count down for you. To go back, simply press the left button, press it again, and you're back on the home screen. On this watch you can also set DST and world time. To do this, simply press the bottom left, scroll down on the right mouse wheel, keep scrolling down. You will see world time at the bottom of the second page. Simply press the right hand button to do that, and it will display the current UTC world time that you've selected. To adjust this, press the top left, and you can choose world time or DST. So I'll choose world time first, push the middle button in, and you can set the world time to any of the cities you wish. So if I set this to London, setting completed will come up. I can then change the DST. So I can have STD, I can have DST or auto. I can then select that by pushing the middle button, setting completed. I can then press the bottom left to go back, and it will display the time for London for me there. So then press back again, and back once more, and you'll be back on the home screen. There are many settings for this watch, so we'll just take a look at a few. If you press the top left button for adjust, there's all the settings will come up in the menu. There is display. You can click the middle button to go onto display where you can adjust the screen. Simply press the middle button. So you can change this to have whatever features you want on the face of your watch. So I could have the time and sunrise there, setting complete. I then press the bottom left button, and it'll display my sunrise and sunset along with my time. I can go back to adjust, display, screen. I can change this again to have the barometer. I can then simply press the bottom left and it will display my barometer for me. There are other settings in display, so you can view your time in 12 or 24 hours just by selecting that on, setting it there, and going back to the home menu. I can press the top left again. You can change airplane mode. It's not currently available because I have not connected this with my phone. There's also alarm here, where you can set an alarm. Push the middle button and there's the alarms you can set for the day. I go back. There's home city, so I can select the watch's home city. Again, this won't pair because it's not connected to my phone. I can select DST. Not available again. I think it connects to my phone again, so that one won't come up. Once you have this all connected to your phone, you can adjust these settings here or in your phone and it will connect to both. So here, as you can see, I've got my watch and I've got my phone as well. I've downloaded the Casio connected Gshock app. So I'm just going to click that app here. Brings up here, I've got to get the serial number off the back of the watch. That's located on the case back. For this watch, it is just here. So once I've got that number, I need to find it in the list here. I know that it's the only Rangeman, so it's the GPR-B1000. I just select that here. Then asks me to hold for 2.5 seconds the bottom left button. This will connect it with your watch. It should double click. So this is the default menu screen for the Rangeman. I can check out the settings and features here. So I'm going to have a look at the route setting. So there's no routes yet created, so I'd have to click this red bar down here. I then have to click new route. So I can set points by tapping the map, I can search points, and I can place other points as well. So let's have a look. I know that the clock tower for the top of Kenilworth is up here, so we'll collect that as our start point. Click next, and then we'll just scroll down the high street, and we'll set our end point to the end of the high street. Okay, so there's our start. So if there's no waypoints that have been set, it will navigate straight from the start to the goal. However, if you wish there to be a waypoint along the way, you can set these. So if there's somewhere you want to visit, if you want to stop off, you can put those onto your route as well, and it will navigate from the start to the waypoint and then to your goal. As mine has a start and an end point but no waypoints, it will go straight from the start to the goal. Click completed. Just tells me I can't edit it once it's been completed, so I'll route complete. And I can transfer that to the watch by just clicking there. There's also a 3D map, so if I click this button here, it will transfer me to the 3D map. I'll just turn this sideways for you. There you go, there's the 3D map. Very impressive display. Really like this display. You can also switch between satellite and topographical by clicking up here. Displays your altitude, your total time, and your distance in the bottom left. So another feature of this watch, I can click on here. It will take me through to my GPS measurement interval settings, so I can actually measure in normal or high rate. So here, normal or high rate are my two options. In normal, the measurements can be made over a long period. The maximum usage time is about 33 hours, or I can select high rate, so the accuracy can be improved, but of course it doesn't last as long, so your battery will drain faster because it's requiring a higher power of usage from the watch and the app. I can then send the settings to the watch by just clicking down here. Another feature of the watch is I can see all my activity here by clicking this button. This takes me through and I can see my activity log, so I've got Barstow, Las Vegas, I've got New York, and I've got Basel, so I've got 3 different routes there that I've planned out. As you can see, I can also set photos. There's a 3D map, photos along the way at each waypoint. I can also see those photos there along with my waypoints. I can put comments in, it's got my location, it's got everything I could need for analysing my trip, my route, taking photos along the way. It has some incredible features and things that I'd find really useful when travelling outdoors with the watch. So other than activity, there's also a guide menu here where I can view the guide for the watch, and a world time menu where I can set the world time for the watch as well as viewing the world time and the home time that I currently have set on the watch. You can also change these in the watch settings as I showed you previously. The other menu is utility. I can get there by clicking this one here. I can set one of my 4 alarms daily, and I can also have a timer. These can also be done on the watch, but if you have your phone handy and you want to set one, you can also do it on your phone here. So sadly I'm no longer outdoors, but we've taken a look at the app, we've taken a look at the watch, we've connected the two together, and we've looked at how they work as a pair. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, don't forget to leave us a comment, share it, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on watches like this.